Kamala ain't never put no money in my pockets, nigga. Trump put money in my pockets, nigga.
Ain't nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass gonna be the first one to do it? I was the one that performs for himself.
Spot, I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug right here. I love.
What's up, YouTube? It's Cam, aka Cam Puts You On, and today we are talking about some sellout rappers. All right. Now, y'all gonna be like, what are you talking about, sellout rappers? Well, who are you talking about? We gonna get into it. But as always, if y'all like the content, man, hit me with a like and subscribe, and comment what you think down below. What are y'all thinking, bro? Because I'm thinking some crazy thoughts. But let's get into it. As you may or may not know, there is a new president of the United States. It is Donald Trump. Okay, second term. The vibes are already crazy. Okay. But before he even initially got into office, he had a quote-unquote crypto ball. Crypto ball, because that's like what presidents do. They have a crypto meme coin that drops, and they have an entire event for it. But it was basically kind of like an inauguration. They called it an inauguration within itself. But this was like the night before he actually was inaugurated. So a couple rappers were invited. Okay, we had Snoop Dogg, we had Nelly, we had Rick Ross, and we had Soulja Boy. A lot of rappers that no one cares about, but two of them are crucial. I would say three of them are crucial to hip-hop. Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, and Soulja Boy have been very instrumental to the world of hip-hop. Especially Snoop Dogg has been extremely important to hip-hop culture. Now, Trump has been outwardly extremely anti-black. So we know why Trump is racist. But when we're speaking about these rappers, it can seem kind of disingenuous to the actual meaning behind hip-hop, the foundation of hip-hop. Hip-hop has been based in kind of this like radical, anti-government, anti-police even type of messaging throughout hip-hop. And even Snoop Dogg has been around rappers that are very anti-police, anti-government, especially anti-Donald Trump.
All you people for the federal government that not getting paid right now, ain't no fucking way in the world y'all can vote for Donald Trump when he come back up again. If y'all do vote for him, y'all some stupid motherfuckers.
So that's the basis of rappers, why they probably shouldn't be performing at a Trump event. However, I think they make this even worse for themselves. So first, we'll start with Soulja Boy, because I think he's the weakest link out of these rappers in terms of his reasonings. So first of all, Soulja Boy, and I'll put the video in here, he starts getting on his money high horse. He starts getting on his money podium, talking about Kamala never put these bands in my hands.
Kamala ain't never put no money in my motherfucking pockets, nigga. Trump put money in my pockets, nigga. When motherfuckers are trying to say something about me performing at the crypto ball party, did Kamala call my fucking phone? Did Obama call my motherfucking phone?
So first of all, you're just motivated by money. You don't think about anything else. This is a political figure, the new president, who has actual impact and change, and your first thought is, he put money in my pocket directly? Aren't you Soulja Boy? You got 80 billion companies? Aren't you supposed to be like mad rich?
That's drip. You tripping. It's a bust down roadie. It's 80,000. This star right here, 20,000. You tripping.
They had you on that fake watchbusters.com.
Yeah, plenty of times, but right now this is real though.
So now I'm thinking you're broke. That's my first initial thought. Okay? But second of all, I'm like, you're that easy to buy? Like, that's all it takes is some finances from you? Like, that's all it takes. That's all we gotta get. It's just some money. That's all it takes. So he goes on this whole spiel talking about how he got money from Trump, but then he says it's not a Trump event.
It wasn't even a Trump event. Trump wasn't even there, nigga. Y'all so worried about he performed, him, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross. Kamala, you ain't even win, bitch. Y'all want me to not answer the phone of the fucking president? Nigga, this nigga the president of the motherfucking United States, nigga.
But then he says he got a call from the president, so I don't know. The messages here are mixed. But obviously, Trump gave him money to perform. So first of all, that's crazy, bro. That's all it took. And then that lets everybody know that Trump was paying these artists to perform. Where some of them even said it wasn't about the money. Like, hey, me performing wasn't even about the money.
I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office.
But now I know you got paid a good bag for this performance at his crypto ball, unveiling his crypto. So any money that he just gave you, he made back 100x easily, so easily, which brought more attention to his meme coin. It's a whole thing. But then we go to Rick Ross. Rick Ross says on his Instagram, I'm going to Washington, D.C., but I'm not performing.
Nah, chill. I'm not performing. I am in Washington, D.C. right now, but I'm not performing. It's a private vibe I'm doing with my brother Snoop Dogg.
He is performing. There's a whole clip of him performing on stage. Again, another sellout, bro. Probably got paid some money to be there. Whoop-de-whoop. Next, we have Nelly. Now, he's sad, okay? Nelly, he sits in an interview and is like, the interviewer is like, what would you say about people saying that you're supporting a white supremacist, Donald Trump? And he says, what white supremacist thing has he said?
What do you say to the people that say, we're giving you this backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist?
I would ask them to show me where he's a white supremacist.
I'm just going to leave it there. Like, Nelly, I don't know if he's actually ignorant or, like, or he's just lying. Like, I don't know what his motive is, but I think he's just there for a bag and he's trying to defend it. And it's funny because a lot of these people are saying, like, oh, I don't care about the negative kickback of this. Like, I don't care at all. But then they go on these interviews, they go on these rants for a few minutes. And it's like you do care. You did a whole interview defending why you went and performed for Trump. And then Nelly went and compared himself to a, like, person in the military, like a soldier, bro.
It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform.
So I'm sitting here. I'm like, you're comparing yourself to somebody risking their life? Like, who's in an active combat situation? Nelly, you haven't been actively performing for like a decade. Maybe 2 decades. He hasn't been popping. It's like you haven't even been risking your life to go perform, let alone risking your life in a war. Like, I don't know who Nelly thinks he is. I don't know if he thinks, I don't know. It's Nelly though. It's like I like some of the Nelly songs. But what are we talking about? And so that's Nelly. That's Nelly. And I don't even know how I feel. Like, I don't even like Nelly that much, but this made me really dislike him. Like, it's like, at least stand 10 toes on it. Soulja Boy at least said, I got a bag. Nelly was like, well, I don't know his politics. I was like, obviously we know where your politics lie. You're kind of saying that you didn't go to boost this politician, but you want to go and bash the other side then? So it's like you're no longer apolitical. So he has a weird mix to me. Then another issue that I have, okay, is with Snoop Dogg. The main issue and the main bread and butter of my whole issue, okay, is Snoop Dogg. Snoop D-O-double-G. I think he's had other names, but I think he had Snoop Lion, Snoop Cat, a lot of different Snoops, okay? But this one was the main Snoop Dogg. Went and performed at Donald Trump's crypto ball inauguration. After Snoop Dogg has had years of saying F Donald Trump.
Nobody gonna perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the out one of you Uncle Tom ass for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first? I was the one that performs for himself. So if he don't care about y'all, he really don't give a fuck about us. So fuck him too.
F Donald Trump. Like, he's had so many videos of him saying that he actively doesn't like Donald Trump. Especially, this was like in his last presidential race, in his last presidency. He even called other people that performed for Donald Trump at his inauguration, he called them like jigaboos. He said like, basically they were coons. Like, that was the whole premise of his video. And now, a couple years later, we see him doing the same thing that he criticized, which initially I'm extremely taken aback. Initially, I'm like, kind of like, dang, like, this hip-hop legend is doing this, and like, he was very outwardly against it. A lot of other rappers like Mac Miller, Nipsey Hussle, I think Ice Cube. Most rappers were against Donald Trump.
I hate you, Donald Trump.
So for a Snoop Dogg, somebody, an OG, a legend, to go perform, kind of hurt my view of him in terms of like what he represents for the culture, because that is in a way shattered or damaged. But then you start looking into it and you're like, okay, did he get paid? Probably. But there was another glaring reason at why he's performing at this inauguration. Why he hasn't been outward against his dislike of Donald Trump since about 2020, 2021. And it's because Donald Trump basically blackmailed him for his friend's freedom. And when I say that, you're like, what are you talking about? His friend and the co-founder of Death Row Records, Michael Harris, was arrested on drug charges. In 2021, Donald Trump pardoned Michael Harris. Since then, we haven't heard nothing from Snoop Dogg about Donald Trump. Nothing. Zilch. Nothing. He's been on a billion ad campaigns, but he has not been outward against Donald Trump since that time, since I could find. So what does that mean? It means that basically, in order for his endorsement, which initially was silent, this was a silent endorsement, but now his very public endorsement, and for his services, he gets paid in his friend's freedom, something that is almost invaluable.
Your commutation was the reason for his turnaround, because he did do a real turnaround and end up showing up at the inauguration.
Well, we of course we talked about it. I mean, like Snoop is appreciative, just like I am and my family, for what Donald Trump did for me and my family by letting me out. But at the same time, Snoop is a non-political guy.
Which one of you jigaboo ass gonna be the first one to do it?
Someone's freedom, like, that is invaluable. And so I'm sitting here extremely conflicted. Like, I still think what Snoop Dogg did was wrong, but if my homie was locked up and wasn't getting out, and somebody offered to free him and all I had to do was go perform, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. Like, I might go do it. And so he's now taking this apolitical stance for his friend's freedom. Can we blame him? I don't know. Like, we're human, right? Like, we're nuanced. There's right and wrong, but this is in such a gray area of like, okay, this person I actively dislike, I'm now being basically pushed. Hey, if you want your friend free, you got to do this. If you want me to free your friend, you gotta go. You gotta go up there and dance on stage. It's almost like a humiliation ritual, bro. It's like this person who was so anti-Donald Trump, so F Trump, he put freedom in front of him, and he shut up. Cause you would too. I think most people probably would. It's your friend. It's your homie. It's like someone you grew up with probably. And so I have sympathy for what Snoop Dogg is going through. Do I think it's still okay? Do I still think he's selling out to an extent? Yes. But that can be understandable. Now, it was interesting because Michael Harris recently spoke out because Snoop Dogg and Nelly and Soulja Boy and Rick Ross are all getting so much backlash from their own community, from the hip-hop community, because they went and performed at this inauguration. And Michael Harris basically went and said, oh, Snoop Dogg's been apolitical. And he insinuated that, not even insinuated, he directly said, if you're not sitting at their table, they feed on you.
Then why are we still continuing to throw arrows at somebody that we could work with that could change the trajectory of our lives, in our communities? I mean, if that's what you really want. And I come from the school of thought that if you don't get a seat at the table, then you're going to be the ones that they're feasting on.
Basically, if you don't join them, you get ran over. Like, they're basically Armageddon of capitalism. Like, they are just taking over, and we see that with TikTok backing them, Facebook, Meta, like X. Like, we literally see all these billionaires, Amazon, back this political party, this conglomerate of capitalist figures. And it's like, if you're in their circles, it's like you should go to the cool kids table. Like, that's how they're viewing. Like, the cool kids can help you out. They can get your friend free. They can put a lot of money in your hands. Now, I don't think all money is good money. I think there is a price that you pay. And Snoop Dogg happened to pay with basically ruining his image in the hip-hop community to an extent to be at this table and to get his friend free. And they're aware of it. Michael Harris is aware of it. He didn't say, oh, we really like Donald Trump's politics, that's why we went and performed. He said, you either get with them or you get out. And that's basically what happened. And this isn't the first time that we have seen this exchange for public support for freedom. This is a common thing that Donald Trump has done. We see this with Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. This is the main thing, right? Kanye, during his MAGA, basically crusade, he was on a run to get Larry Hoover free.
Spot, I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug right here. I love this guy right here.
That's really nice.
Yeah, him in.
That's really nice. And that's from the heart. I didn't want to put you in that position, you know, but that's from the heart. Special guy.
Larry Hoover is like basically the head of a gang organization here in Chicago, and he created them, and he ran it, and there's a lot of mixed views of Larry Hoover. But he was with Larry Hoover's son, trying to get Larry Hoover free. He was doing these tours, he was doing this whole political run, and he was with Trump a lot, because I believe that he saw Trump as a get-out free card, and he could get Larry Hoover out. Now, I think Trump just used that, but Kim Kardashian, however, had other people in mind. So, Kim Kardashian is almost directly credited with getting Alice Marie Johnson out because she was working with Trump. And I believe she got some other people out, or she was trying to get other people out. But with working with Trump, she got someone off of, I believe she was on the death penalty, or she was serving some crazy sentence. So again, it's like you position yourself with these people of power, and they're actually doing good work. And Kanye, I believe, was putting on this hat, ruining his image to get people free. It's like, is that not worth it? I think it may be worth it to an extent for these people, right? Now, I think you shouldn't have to do that. I think it's obviously an issue within the system, if that's how it's set up, that you have to befriend this dude who you don't like, and Kanye outwardly said that he doesn't like Trump, just to get people who should be free. Like Alice Marie Johnson shouldn't have been in there in the first place, but Kim had to align herself with Trump in order to get her free. So this isn't a Snoop Dogg exclusive thing. Like, this isn't just a Snoop Dogg issue. This is kind of an issue with, I believe, the Trump presidency. I believe with the oligarchy that's kind of set up, or just the people that run kind of the government in this state of like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, which is how politics normally is. But this is so outwardly like, I'm going to get black supporters by offering them freedom, financial freedom, literal freedom. And to me, it's just very weird. I think there's a cycle through history that we've seen of kind of basically offering black people freedom for a service. Like, to me, it just feels very off, feels very wrong. Like, I don't think this how it should be. And it's unfortunate that someone like Snoop Dogg has to ruin their image for that to be the case. Like, he probably had no choice. They probably hit him up and were like, hey, Snoop Dogg, we know you don't like Trump, but if we get your homie free, will you switch that tune? Oh, yeah, he gonna switch the tune. And he switched it. Hey, Kanye, you come be with us, we might free Larry Hoover, we might free X, Y, and Z. Same with Kim, tell her to come on over, like, let's take a pic in the Oval Office. That's exactly what they did, bro. And I'm gonna be honest, okay? And this might be a hot take. I don't really like any rapper or like entertainer in general kind of like performing for politicians. To me, it just feels kind of off, especially if we consider what hip-hop, like the roots of hip-hop, and kind of what a lot of these people are speaking on. These politicians have been involved kind of in the issues we're talking about. It's like Megan Thee Stallion was on stage performing for Harris's campaign, and it just feels kind of off, bro. It's like, you kind of hold this power. All entertainers hold the power, unfortunately, to sway some votes. And I don't believe, like, you backing a politician should just be you getting on stage, and that's your advocacy. Like, I feel like it may be better to kind of explain why you like this president, or give your reasons, maybe give policy, some, like, more educational insight, rather than just getting on stage and performing. I think it feels kind of like lazy on both the Harris campaign and the performer on like why this person backs you or why I back them. Like, it feels just kind of lazy and like not giving any nuance, I guess. It's like, even Charlie XCX had like the whole brat campaign for Harris.
That pop singer Charlie XCX called now presidential candidate Kamala Harris a brat, and the internet is losing it.
And it's like, I'm actually okay with any person vocalizing why they support someone, but it's like you're not giving any reasonings, you're not giving like nuance. It's, I don't know, and it just comes off kind of weird. And I don't think you can have an issue with people giving support for a politician on one side and not have that for the other side. Like, I think one can be worse than the other for sure, but I think overall a lot of these people are just lacking kind of any, like, giving any information on why they support it. It's just like, I endorse so-and-so. Or Joe Rogan's like, I endorse Trump. It's like you just swayed maybe like over 1,000 votes. And that's just because they dick ride you. Like, I don't like that, bro. Like, that's real dick rider behavior on any side. If you vote for a party just because Megan Thee Stallion's on stage performing, you dick ride. And if you're a Joe Rogan listener and you're voting just because he endorses Trump, that's dick riding too. I just want more nuance. That's just me. I don't know. But that's just how I feel. I feel like a lot of these people are selling out. I feel like the Trump cabinet is taking advantage of the power that they have and forcing people in uncomfortable situations. And that just got to stop. And we got to start saying no. We just got to start saying no. What Cat Williams said about the Diddy party, sometimes you just got to say no. You just got to say no. That's how I feel. How are y'all feeling about it? What are y'all thoughts, opinions, comments, concerns? Give me your opinion. I love hearing any side. Whatever your view is, please let me know down in the comments below. I love seeing you guys have a conversation. I love getting engaged with y'all. So let me know down in the comments below. As always, thank you guys for tuning in and supporting. I love y'all and appreciate y'all. Peace out. Be smooth.